But something people might not know is how each hole out here was named. It's why the man with the answers joins us now here on News 8 at 5, former John Deere Classic Tournament Director, Clair Peterson. Clair, thank you so much for being here with us.
It's a treat to be here. Not many people want to talk to me anymore, so this is great. This is great.
Well, you were tournament director here for 20 years. I wanted to start by asking you what it's been like to watch this tournament continue to grow.
Yeah, well, you just gave me goosebumps because it's been obviously a community success story. But when John Deere, which I worked for, stepped in the late 90s, everything changed, put a solid foundation underneath it. And then it's just, a year after another of getting better and better and better. And I like to think that I had, something to do with the improvements up until 2022, along with 2,000 other people. But Andrew Lehman, in the last 2 years, has taken it even further. So it's an evolutionary success story for sure, and built on the support of the Quad Cities, which is nothing to take for granted.
And of course, something we wanted to talk about, because this is something I learned, you said you learned this year as well, is the names of the holes, each one of them.
Yep.
You had something to do with that.
Yeah, when we were first, I was with John Deere full-time before I became a Lent employee as a tournament director. And when we inked the deal in 1997, we knew we were on a historic piece of property here, Friendship Farm, the Arabian horse operation of the Hewitt family, 5,000-year archaeological sites. We had archaeologists here showing us where they were so the routing wouldn't disturb them. Knowing something about the Quad City history as well. Finding out that the banditti of the prairie who murdered Colonel Davenport were captured behind the second green in the barn there. We said, people need to understand how precious and important this property is. So we went about, because Augusta National has holes named. It's not the first golf course that ever's named holes. But in addition to naming them, we wanted to tell a story. So there's historic markers on every tee box, and each hole is named, and it refers to either the property's history, some John Deere history, golf history, and coming up with 18 of them. Actually, we got stuck a couple times, but it's something I'm really proud of.
Well, Clair, we have time for one of them. Can you tell me one of the holes' names and how you came about for it?
Yeah, I think Mother Earth down on 16. We knew that the Native Americans, descendants from 5,000 years ago, the Meskwaki tribe, was very interested in how the property was going to be developed, and said, what would you like to see, what story would you like to see told? And Mother Earth is the story of how this property for thousands of years offered people a chance to enjoy the beauty and to recreate and to have games on. So, sorry, I get goosebumps again. That's the one that's most special.
I feel like we're getting goosebumps because I'm learning something just talking to you about this stuff, so this is amazing.
You want to talk about all 17 of the other ones?
I kind of do. Not in the show, but I actually kind of do. What a great story. But Clair, thank you so much for taking the time to join us this week.
Thanks for having me on.
All right.